Hi everyone, it's Alejandra, and today is Friday. I'm so excited for the weekend. I've had the longest week ever, and I'm just excited to start the weekend and relax and just like step away from the computer and step away from the office. So I am looking forward to it. But I wanted to just do a video today on how to organize your office supplies and kind of talk about some of my favorite office supplies, because I am just like obsessed with office supplies. Like I only write with certain pens, I only use certain markers. It's like a little weird, but I posted a picture of some kind of office supplies like maybe last week or something, and a lot of people like commented and said that they have the same thing. Like they have this one pen that they're obsessed with writing with, and like they can only write with that pen, and like the same thing with markers and pencils. So I figure there's a lot of people that are just like me. So I'm gonna show you guys my office supplies, tell you how I organize them, and then talk about my favorites. My favorite pens and markers and all that good stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna grab the camera and get started. Okay, so here's where I keep all of my office supplies. I love this drawer. It's just like so fun and colorful. But basically what I've done here is I've sorted all of my office supplies by category. So like highlighters, pens, markers, other markers, pencils, clips, staples, paper clips, push pins. And I've used these little containers from the Container Store. They're just clear ones. They're actually from the kitchen section in the Container Store. The office section, I think, has more shallow bins, but I wanted the deeper ones, so I think the deeper ones are from the kitchen section at the Container Store. But what I've done is I've labeled all the categories, and I've put a label on the side of the bin, because when I open this drawer, I'm not like coming from this angle to open it, I'm coming from this angle. So if I come from this angle, I can see all the labels. And the reason why I used yellow label tape is because originally I labeled this in white, and this was a big pain to do, but I labeled all these containers in white, and then I realized that the drawer is kind of busy, and the white labels were kind of like hidden. They weren't really like popping, and I wanted the labels to pop so I'd immediately see them when I opened the drawer. So then I switched it to yellow, and yellow seemed to work because you see all of them right when you open the drawer. Okay, so highlighters. I'm going to show you guys my favorite highlighter. I can probably get rid of these ones or like donate them. I don't really like them because they're it's kind of like a finer point. I don't know if you can see that. I like these ones better because they're really thick. Just like that. Yeah, they're thicker, so that's why I like them. And I have a lot of highlighters. I know I should probably pull out the ones that I don't use, but I like to keep them as backup because I do go through highlighters a lot because I use them like every single day in my agenda book and on my to-do list. Okay, so here's all my pens, and I recently downsized my pens, and I still have, I have a fair amount, but this is like all the pens that I have in my house. I don't have pens in the kitchen, I don't have a junk drawer anywhere else, I don't have pens like anywhere else. This is where I have all of them. This is my favorite pen. Like, it sounds really weird, but I can only write with certain pens. It's like my handwriting is different when I write with like a bad pen. Like, let me show you what a bad pen is. And I pretty much got rid of all my bad pens, but you know what, Ed, okay, here's one. So Ed doesn't mind writing with pens like this. Like, this is a bad pen in my opinion. It just doesn't really write really well. It doesn't like, I don't know, it just, I just don't know what it is. It's like I write and then like, you have to press really hard, and then like the ink doesn't really like move smoothly. That's kind of weird, but it's just like a normal Bic pen, and yeah, I just don't like it. So I do have some of those because Ed will use them, so I keep some. Okay, so this is my favorite pen, and it is a Jetstream. What is this? Oh, it's a Uniball Jetstream, and it's a .07. Can you guys see? You can't see that. It's a it's a 0.7 pen. There's a difference between like, there's 0.5 and then there's 0.7. 0.7 is more of like a fine point. So I love this pen. It's just my favorite. Okay, and then here I have a little Peeps pen too. That's cute. Ed gave it to me for Easter like 3 years ago. Okay, and then over here I have all my specialty markers. So specialty markers are like chalkboard markers. These markers are what I used in my pantry to label all of my chalkboard labels. Like, I just use a white one, but they come in different colors, so I could have used like pink, blue, green, but these are my favorite. And you can also write on mirrors with these markers. They're awesome. Okay, so here's where I keep all of my markers, like all of my Sharpies and dry erase markers and my mini markers. And this is a mini marker, in case you guys haven't seen them. And my favorite Sharpie is the fine point Sharpie. You see that? See how nice and thin that is? Can you guys see that? There you go. See, it's nice and thin. It's a fine point. It just writes so smoothly, and I don't know, I'm obsessed with the fine point ones. Like, the regular point I like, but I prefer the fine point ones. Okay, and then over here I just have black markers. They get their own category because there's like a lot of them, and I use them very often, and they run out fast, and so they get their own section. Here I have all my pencils. Believe it or not, I don't like regular pencils. Like, this pencil, okay, this is probably Ed's pencil. Like, I would not pick up this pencil and use it. I prefer to use mechanical pencils. And again, that goes into like my handwriting is different when I use certain types of pencils. So like my handwriting will be completely different if I use a regular pencil versus using a mechanical pencil. And it's just so bizarre. I don't know why like I feel like that, but hey, whatever works for one person. Okay, so all my colored pencils are at the bottom. And then over here I have all my binder clips. Okay, this is missing a label. I don't know what happened here, but this doesn't have a label. All my binder clips. These are really cute. These are from Staples. These are, oh, this is my favorite stapler. It's a piece of sushi. I have this weird obsession with like things that look like food but aren't food. So like inanimate objects that look like food. So I saw this and I like had to have this. Okay, so all my staples and my stapler, and then paper clips, and then push pins. So I use this drawer more than the other drawer, but I'm going to show you guys the other drawer. Alright, so over here, so I have the second half of my supplies. Alright, so tape, safety pins, and again, these are all labeled with really bright yellow labels, so I can see exactly what I'm looking for in like just a few seconds when I open the drawer. Okay, so tape, safety pins, flags. I'm obsessed with flags. I use them for everything. I have like every color, but I actually use them. So it's not like I'm just keeping them and not using them. I actually use them. Post-it notes, sticky notes. I love sticky notes. I have like every color because I actually use them, and sometimes I use different colors for different things, so that's why I have a lot of those. Rubber bands. I love this thing. I always grab rubber bands off of here. I use rubber bands for like all kinds of stuff in the house, like all kinds of stuff. So that's why I have a lot. See, I have a lot of stuff, but I use it. There's a difference between having a lot of stuff and not using it versus having a lot of stuff and using it. Okay, so spare keys and stuff go in here. These are like cable drops. I'll have to do another video on those. Coins, and then tools like calculator, X-Acto knife. I have a slinky. It's just like for fun. And then I have whiteout, stamps, and then here I have, well, there's no scissors in there now because I think they're on my desk, but paintbrushes, and then this is like, you put water in here and then like you stamp an envelope like that so you don't have to lick the envelope. One thing I hate to do is licking envelopes. Okay, this should go. See, like I found something that's out of place. Where does this go? This goes in the keys. There, just like that. So again, this is all of my office supplies, and I know I have a lot of stuff, and I can probably do without some of it, but I actually do use like 90% of the stuff. So, and it's good to have backup just in case, but not too much backup where you just have a lot of stuff, if that makes sense. So again, everything's sorted by category. I have all these little containers from the Container Store. They're labeled with yellow labels, and they just fit perfectly inside of these two drawers. Okay, so the majority of my office supplies are the two drawers that I just showed you guys, and I do keep like a small amount of office supplies on my desk. Like I do have tape, I have pens, I have a highlighter, I have a stapler, just like everyday stuff, because I don't want to have to get up from my chair and then come over here to get office supplies. I just want to be able to like reach on my desk and just grab exactly what I'm looking for. So So down here is my backup, and then everything on my desk is my like everyday stuff. I hope that was helpful. I will see you guys soon. Bye!